Hey guys, ZFR here, finally back guys. Sorry I've been gone so long, been kind of busy with school, but I'm finally back on scene. Bringing you guys, finally at last, I'm bringing you guys that Grand Theft Auto 5 versus Far Cry 4 video. I've been promising you guys this for a while, and I know it seemed like something everybody wanted to see, so here it finally is. Um, but yeah, so I'm glad to finally be bringing this to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get straight into it. Now, I decided to compare these games because they're both some of the most popular open world games I know of, and I just want to compare them and like tell you guys what I think which one is better and why and all that, or if I even think one is better than the other. But I also would love to see what you guys think about in the comments. Like, please comment on the video. I really want to see what everybody else thinks. But yeah, let's get straight into. So let's start off with the stories. Now, let's start with Far Cry 4's, because Far Cry 4's story really surprised me actually. Like, I was hearing a lot of things about the story not actually being that good and everything. I was going into expecting it not to be anything special, but I actually kind of enjoyed the story in the game. Like, it got off to a slow start, and there are a few slow moments throughout, but it actually is a really good story when you combine it with the with exploring the open world. The story is really good and interesting in this game. Now, now let's um now let's talk about GTA 5 story. Um, Now GTA 5 story, to be honest, when I first played GTA 5 about a year ago, I didn't really play it, but like I kind of just tested a little. Cause when my friend brought it over one day, and I just played it a little bit. And honestly, I didn't think it would be the kind of game for me. I knew I would probably like it, but honestly, I wasn't into it when I played it for the first time. I guess that's just because I never really played a Grand Theft Auto game before. I didn't know what to expect. But anyway, so I got into this story, and to be honest, like the story was 100% amazing. It was a really interesting story, and it was just something that I really enjoyed, and I loved playing through it. I never thought any of the missions were really boring, and the story definitely did keep me interested, like I said. But yeah, and I loved the comedy that was in the story and everything, combined with the open world and all the side missions. It was just a really good story, and that's just really awesome. And like, so basically, I'm gonna say GTA 5 wins the story section of this because while Far Cry 4 did have a really great story, I think GTA 5's is just way up there in the enjoyment factor. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. But moving on, let's talk. Let's talk about co-op now. I haven't really played that much like co-op in either game. Like I've played a little bit, but like not really in Far Cry 4 to be honest. I barely played co-op in Far Cry 4. I mean, both systems they seem real fun. They seem super fun to play with your friends and like just to have fun on the co-op and everything. And I wish they both have split screen. Like honestly, I don't see why either one of these games wouldn't have split screen. Like it to me, I don't see how split screen could make these games any worse, or how they can make them worse at all. But honestly, like but besides that, both of the co-op modes seem like they're really great. They seem really fun. Of course, when I say co-op for GTA 5, I'm talking about GTA Online. But yeah, but I had fun in both, and I really liked them. But honestly, like they're both really probably the same level of fun for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a tie for the co-op modes, and that's what I have to say about that. Now, the competitive multiplayer. Now, to be honest, I wasn't impressed with either competitive multiplayer, to be honest. Like, GTA 5's multiplayer, it's good. It's good. It's not the best thing in the world, but I think it's fun. I think it's awesome and all that, but it's not like the best I've seen. But as for Far Cry 4, now, I'm going to tell you right now, GTA 5 won this for a simple reason. I could not even find a match for Far Cry 4. I don't know if it's just something going on with me and my system, or if or if nobody's really just playing the game, because I could not find a match, and that says something about the multiplayer. Like, I very judged it for myself, but to be honest, I didn't expect it to be anything super great from the beginning from what I saw of it. But honestly, I was expecting to at least find a couple people playing it, but I could not get into a game at all. Like, it did not find a game for me. But I'm going to keep trying, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you guys what I thought of that later on. But yeah, so basically, Grand Theft Auto 5 wins this by default, because at least I can get into a game of multiplayer on there. Um, let's talk about the open worlds in these games, because we all know that's what really makes these games so great. Like, that's one of the big things that make these games so great. And I honestly have to say, like, both of these open worlds are really amazing. Like, I was impressed with them both. Like, honestly, like, I'm pretty sure these are some of the best open worlds out there. I heard about some other ones like Fallout and Just Cause, but like, these have to be like some of the most popular. Like, honestly, they both feel so real and alive. Like, for instance, GTA 5's open world, it feels like a real city. Like, especially now that they've added more crowds, and more people on the streets, more traffic and everything. Like, the world doesn't feel fake. It feels like a real world. It feels like everybody's doing their own thing within this world while you're doing your thing. And like, it's just really interesting to go out into this open world and just do things and see how the other NPCs and stuff react and all of this. But yeah, like, it never got boring. It's really interesting. And as for Far Cry 4, the open world has to be like one of the biggest um, things in the game. It has to be like one of the big points of the game. Like, the story was great and everything, but honestly, the open world I feel like it's carrying the game a little bit. Um, but yeah, the open world's amazing in that game. Like, just going around capturing the radio towers or running into really random situations. Like, you might be walking, and then all of a sudden you hear some gunfire, and you go to check it out, and it might be some enemy soldiers getting attacked by a pack of wolves or something like that, or some enemy soldiers, or your guys, for a matter of fact, might be hunting some kind of animal or something, or the enemies and your guys might just be in the middle of a fight, and like, there's these random events all throughout the world, and honestly, it makes the game really interesting. But yeah, and to be honest, like, I don't really know which one of these are better, to be honest with you. But because in the end, like, they're both really great, and like, even though Grand Theft Auto's open world is way bigger than Far Cry 4's, I feel, but even though, like, where it lacks in size, it does make up for in, like, the world does feel very detailed and full. And while GTA 5 feels way better, because on last gen, like, I did not like GTA's open world. Like, for a simple reason, I like the map and everything. I like how big the map was, but it did not feel realistic. Like it, cause you would walk around and you would see like literally no cars driving around. But ever since they add that on next gen, I noticed it feels a lot more realistic, a lot more real, and that definitely added to my enjoyment a little bit of the game, even though it's not really the point of the game, to be honest. But yeah, but honestly, like, I'm gonna have to tie the open worlds, guys. They're both great. Now let's talk about like controls and combat, guys. So like, basically in Far Cry, the controls were pretty much perfect for me. I had literally no problems with them. I think they were comfortable, and I do think they fit the game well. I was not a fan of how they changed the driving to only using the left stick. It felt a little awkward to me to do it like that. But yeah, for Far Cry, the controls were pretty much as good as they could have been for me, and that's really all I have to complain about for Far Cry with the controls and the combat. The driving, like with instead of R2, you had the left stick, like I said. But so for Far Cry, it's pretty good. But in GTA, one, before I get into controls in GTA, I just want to say I was really impressed with that first person mode. I think they did a really good job on the first person mode in GTA. Like honestly, I thought it was it fit the game like it was always supposed to be there. It was real comfortable and everything. But but I'm probably gonna contradict myself here a little second from what I just said. But one thing about GTA, the controls were kind of awkward at first. They were like the controls and period to me. Like the default controls, I'll tell you right now, I did not like the default controls in that game. Um, I I think I went with the second first person shooter controls or something. Even when I found that one, that was the most comfortable one I can find. Even then, they still were kind of awkward, and it still took me a while to learn them. But eventually, I adjusted. And other than that, the controls are pretty good. Like I do think they could have made the shooting feel a little more, feel a little better. I guess it felt good, but I think they could did a little more with it. But like I said, it did feel really good the way it was. But yeah, so for that, really, for this one, I'm going to say Far Cry 4 wins, because all that I had a problem with that was the driving. And while driving is a big part of the game, it's nowhere near as big as like the problem I had with GTA, just in the controls in general. But anyway, it's time to get down to pretty much the end of the video, guys. I am running out of time. The clock is ticking. But let's just get to down to it. Who won this thing? Like, both of these games are really amazing. I will say that they're both super great, but at the end of the day, GTA beats Far Cry by 1 point, and that's the story. And yeah, like, it's a really important part of the game. And I do think the games are good and everything, but in the end, GTA is the better game. Now, I want to say more, guys, but I am, like I said, running out of time. I'm on the schedule for the SHAREfactory, so you know, only 15 minutes. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support I got on the first video on this topic. But yeah, I hope this was everything you guys hoped for. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave those comments. I'm really interested to see what you guys thought of this. So yeah, like I said, GTA is the winner. Don't forget to talk about this in the comments, guys. All right, I'm signing out.